Hello, HappyCabbie. As you know, I'm the mass analyst. I really don't want to make this video, and I have to apologize for you in a way, HappyCabbie. You've been good to me. I have no beef with you, but I'm really disappointed with your video about dprjones' suspension. You basically justify his suspension, and I find it unjustifiable. Now, for any of my viewers who don't already know about this, dprjones has had a video about VenomFangX removed, and his posting privileges have been suspended for 2 weeks. His channel is still up, but he can't post any videos, he can't make any comments on YouTube for 2 weeks. Now, somehow or other, videos of his are appearing on other channels. I have nothing to do with it, but I will post links to them. One of the links will be to an explanation by dprjones about his suspension. Another link will be to a copy of the video that actually got dprjones suspended. So people can watch the video on their own and decide, gee, is this something that really should have gotten dprjones suspended? So as far as I know, there's nothing in YouTube's terms of service against posting links if other people have posted the video that got him suspended. As far as I know, that's not against the terms of service. And so I encourage people to actually look at them. I also encourage people, and I especially encourage you, HappyCabbie, to look at another video that dprjones made about Peter Popoff. Now, who is Peter Popoff? Well, to put it bluntly, he's a faith healer who's a con artist. He's a swindler. I state this without any qualifications. He is the scum of the earth. Not only does he swindle feeble-minded people out of their money, he endangers people's lives. Now watch the video. Watch where he tells elderly sick people to throw their medicine upon the stage and put their faith in the Lord. My God, excuse the expression. My God. I mean, if any of them were diabetic and they threw their diabetes medicine on the stage and they put their faith in him, someday someone might die. Someone might die because of this con artist. Now I point this out for 2 reasons. First of all, I want to show you that dprjones isn't just making videos about VenomFangX. He's making videos about other people who are swindlers. Now dprjones, by the way, is somebody I highly look up to. He is one of the most knowledgeable people on YouTube about free speech rights. He's one of the most intelligent people who are posting on YouTube. I highly look up to him, and it dismays me to see him suspended. That's one reason why I point out the video. The other reason is this. Now, you'll notice in the video that there's film clip that he uses of of Peter Popoff. There's film clip that he has to use in order to expose Peter Popoff's frauds. Now, I don't know where he got the clips from. I have no idea whether he downloaded it from a video that was posted to YouTube or from some other source. But for the sake of argument, just for argument's sake, let's assume he got them from YouTube. Do you think that YouTube should suspend him just because he used clips from other people? From using that technicality, should he be suspended when in fact his videos may save other people's lives? Now, you might say that he's defaming Peter Popoff, but in fact, he has been convicted in the past, if I'm not mistaken. But it's not defamation if it's true. Keep that in mind. You accused dprjones of defaming VenomFangX. It's not defamation if it's true. And from what I could tell, dprjones had his facts down. From what I can tell, it was true. Now, if VenomFangX didn't like that, he could easily have made a video debunking dprjones. VenomFangX is a very talented video maker. I don't know if you've noticed this, but he is incredibly persuasive. Well, not if you know facts, but he's a very smooth talker. He's a very capable individual, very competent at being able to get his points across. He's a good persuasive speaker. So if he had any facts, if he had any evidence that dprjones was maligning him unfairly, he could easily have posted a video, and he could have made DPR Jones look like a fool. He could have made DPR Jones look like an overbearing troll. He could have made DPR Jones look like a real asshole. As far as I can tell, he hasn't done this. Now, I'm not accusing VenomFangX of writing to YouTube or flagging the video or doing anything to draw YouTube's attentions to initiate the suspension. I'm not accusing him of that, and neither is DPR Jones. But if it's a question of defamation, VenomFangX could very easily have answered. But the fact is, DPR Jones presented the facts upon which he made that claims, and they look pretty solid to me. Now, one thing you may not know is the history of VenomFangX. You mentioned that VenomFangX blocks comments on his channel and his videos, and that he's the right to do that. Yes, although I believe in the past he has at least once or twice stated he wasn't going to do that anymore. People who are familiar with VenomFangX, please verify this. If what I'm saying is true, if indeed he did promise at one point to not block comments on his videos, please mention that in the comments of this video. But more importantly, what you might not know is that VenomFangX filed a number of DMCAs against other YouTube users. At least some of those DMCAs were bogus. He filed some against people who were making obvious fair use of his videos. And one of the people he filed against a DMCA against was Thunderfoot. What's worse, well, I'm not sure if it's worse, but he compounded this atrocity, this aggression, by lying about it. He said, oh, no. I wasn't the one who filed the DMCA. It was somebody else, someone whom I'm in contact with. Well, that somebody, TogetherForPeace, made a video showing that VenomFangX was a liar. I'll post a link in the sidebar to that video, and I encourage it. What's more, VenomFangX himself made a video apologizing for the DMCA and apologizing, well, how sincere the apology is, I don't know, but he did apologize. And I'm going to post the links in the sidebar to the video. I want you to pay attention to the section starting around 1 minute 59 seconds. In it, he says, and I'm quoting here, I accept that I deliberately and repeatedly lied. Repeatedly lied. Let me repeat that one more time. Repeatedly lied to cover up my wrongdoings, both in emails to Thunderfoot and in my videos. There you have it. He's an admitted liar. So if you wonder where all the hate is coming to VenomFangX, where is all that hate coming from? Where are all these hostile videos coming from? Well, A, the fact that he blocks people from commenting on his videos, and B, the fact that he sends out a false DMCA, and then he lies about it. Gee, you know, that might have something to do with it. Aside from telling people that atheists are going to, and other people who don't believe it, he does, are going to go to hell. That is not exactly create a lovey-dovey environment either. But if people are making lots of videos criticizing him, hey, he's brought it on. He's stepped into the kitchen. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. He's basically invited attention his way. And DPR Jones gave him that attention. And DPR Jones, the video that was suspended, pointed out what I can only say looks to me like a fraud. It looks to me like a swindle. That video that was suspended showed the evolution of what VenomFangX claims as his charity, his attempt to raise money for charity. Now, this video was primarily begging for money so that he wouldn't have to work at a regular job. But in the video, he made a claim. He said, anything over $500 that I receive, I'm going to give to the Sick Children's Hospital. DPR Jones was guilty of documenting the fact that this was a slippery claim. DPR Jones was guilty of providing evidence that VenomFangX was going back on his word. DPR Jones was guilty of showing to the whole world that money that VenomFangX originally claimed he was going to donate to sick kids was going to go into his pockets. So I invite you to look at the video that was actually suspended. See the evidence he provides. Now, would it be wrong for him to expose Peter Popoff's claims? I don't think it is. I think he is following a high moral duty to do so. Now, VenomFangX is not as bad as Peter Popoff. He's nowhere near as bad. But he's going on the same trajectory as Peter Popoff. He's using religion to put money in his pocket, and looks to me like he lied, at least in his original video, about how he was going to do that. He was using sick kids to gain sympathy, to get people to donate to him. And dprjones held him responsible. Now, for YouTube to delete that video gives aid and comfort and helps cover up a swindle. Now, I'm not saying, please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that YouTube is intentionally trying to encourage swindling. I'm not saying they're intentionally trying to cover up a swindle. I'm not saying that at all. But the fact that they have suspended him does, in effect, help cover up a swindle. But he violated YouTube's terms of service. Well, the question is, was it justifiable? Was it noble? And does YouTube so vehemently or so stringently enforce their rules against everybody, even those who aren't doing it for such a noble cause? Oh, by the way, I'm going to post a few links in the sidebar. I want you to take a look at another video. This video is by Saw 5. Now, you may have seen this video. If you did, it was because back in September or October of 2008, I believe it was, as part of the advertising campaign for the Saw 5, they posted this video. It was a sponsored video on their front page. It was up there for a day or two. And if you look at the video, you'll note that there were over 3 million views of this video. And if you look at the sponsors page, you'll see that Saw 5 was one of the top 25 most viewed sponsors of all time. Now, watch the video. You'll find something interesting. The video encourages people to go to his channel and make mashups from the videos on his channel. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember seeing a button, a download button for that on the channel. People had to go outside of YouTube's functionality. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. I just don't remember this. And I don't believe that this program was being tested back in September or October of 2008. If I'm correct, and I really believe I am, then what you have is an interesting situation. What you have is YouTube featuring a video by a sponsor in which the sponsor indirectly urges people to go and violate YouTube's terms of service. If YouTube can cut some slack in this case, certainly they should be able to cut some slack when someone is trying to help others avoid being swindled out of their money. So I think you're losing the forest from the trees, HappyCabbie, when you justify YouTube's suspension of dprjones. There are more important things than YouTube's toss. And if YouTube wants to be hard-ass about enforcing it, then what can I say? There are times that you need to use discretion. And if you don't use discretion, great injustice occurs. And this is one of those times. I'm deeply disappointed. I hope you'll reconsider what you said, HappyCabbie. And I will hope that you will tell YouTube that what they were doing is inexcusable. What they are doing is shameful. What they are doing is wrong and disgusting. Hope I don't lose my account over this video. You never can tell. YouTube has the right to kill anybody's account at any time they like. And there's nothing to hold them responsible. Well, this has been the Mass Analyst, under and in.